All right, what's up? Hey, Bleezy, good to see you, bud. Waiting on Rock a little bit, but we are live. It is opening motherfucking day, kinda opening night, opening ish day. So we're gonna talk about some baseball tonight. I did watch that pack break, and holy shit, Velvet Hoop. I think that's who it was. Got the 1 of 1 Cooper flag in that break. Holy shit. That's a nice little prize, man. I wonder what that goes for. Or if they keep it. I guess they could keep it, but Jesus. That's nice to get out of a freaking break. Good lord. Those breaks are fun, man. I'm glad they're doing them. I did not see what t-shirt Derek Queen was wearing. I saw him on there just for a little. I wasn't super paying attention because there's a baseball game on, but I thought it was cool that they had Colton on there. Um, It's like a five. Oh, dude, he's a young rich guy. Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, for sure. So we'll wait for Rock to get here before we really get started. But yeah, the NBA is ramping up, which is nice. The Hornets could be in the playoffs, which would be freaking incredible. Um, Man, I don't know. Been a fun season so far. Cam Thomas got released, which I thought was a little bit crazy. I don't know, man. Oh, was it Bayou Sniper? Maybe it was. Yeah, dude, I get him. I get him mixed up. Yeah, it was Bayou Sniper that was on there. My bad. Um, yeah. So I think that's cool, man. It's really cool that they're getting more and more of the players to come on. Um, so I mean that's always fun. Some of them seem more into it than others, but it is fun to get their thoughts on it. And this is a younger crowd, so maybe they get it a little bit more than the old stodgy old time baseball or basketball players. So yeah, super cool to see him on there. And I'm kind of fascinated by this $500 T-shirt now, though. Was it like a Gucci shirt or something, or just a shirt that we would not recognize as $500? Because there's a lot of those. You think a guy looks like a bum, and then like this outfit costs $3,500. Like Jesus Christ, why did you buy that? Yeah, it happens a lot. There's a baseball game on right now that is absolutely disgusting. The Yankees are beating the holy crap out of the Giants at home, and Logan Webb has given up 7 earned already in 4 and a third inning or something. So not super fun times. We had a pretty good stream last night. I don't know if we're breaking news because it was broken last night, but what's up, Banana? Thanks. Thank you for the donation here. And yes, RX does still need a t-shirt. We had a pretty cool baseball stream last night. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it on this channel. There's a lot of heavy hitters on there. I don't know why I was on there. It was a dude that just bought Candy Digital and was like, I've been buying up all these 101 Shoheis because they only cost like $7,000. So I think it's a good deal. I'll just pick up 10 of those or what. I was like, Jesus Christ, we're not the same. That was cool. There was a couple of card breakers on there. There were some people that make like custom baseball cards and cases and stuff. That was fun. We had the guys from Going Nuclear on there. That was pretty cool. There was a writer who writes baseball books was on there, and for some reason me. But it was a lot of fun. Go back if you're interested in baseball at all. Go back and check it out. It was a lot of fun. So hopefully Rock will show up. Just got a text from him. All right. Hold on. All right. He's got some family stuff he's got to deal with. You watched it for me. Nice. Nice. Thank you, Bleeze. I appreciate the support, man. That's why I watch Big Brother. So, all right. So I figured while we wait for Rock, we'll just go through the the divisions here, and I'll kind of give you my thoughts, and we'll do some best bets and stuff like that. I know most of the team here is not super into base. Jesus Christ. Giants suck right now. All right. We'll just go division by division, and I'll give you my thoughts. And I'm sure most of you will be mad at me or disagree with me or whatever. But we'll go division by division, and we'll start off with the American League East, which I know Mac is a big fan of Toronto. This one's probably the hardest division to gauge. I think Tampa's definitely last. They're taking a little step back. They had that year last year from hell where they couldn't play in their stadium because the roof got blown off from the hurricane, and they traded some of their good players, and I just think they're kind of in a transition. So we'll put them last. The Orioles, look, one of my favorite teams, but they just fired the their trainer, who I knew very well, was a good friend of mine named Mark Shires. They just fired him. So kind of fuck them, but I don't think they have the pitching anymore. So I like what they did in the offseason with Ward and Pete Alonso, but I think they're probably the odd man out here. And then Boston, I like a lot what Boston did. I think Contreras and Gray were huge signings for them, and they're not even paying for most of the salary. I mean, the Cardinals are picking up the major freight on those two guys. So I thought that was really good. I still don't know if they quite have the pitching past Garrett, and I don't love the bullpen. So I'd put them third. And then, in my opinion, the two teams that are going to fight it out for first place in the East would be Toronto and the Yankees. There's problems with both of those teams, though. First off, the Yankees, we don't know when Rendon's coming back, and we don't know when Garrett Cole's coming back. If you told me they both come back in May, I think they win the division easy. They just have more pitching and more hitting than the Blue Jays have. But we don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, Cole could be as late June. If he comes back in June, they're not winning division, in my opinion. Rendon through a spring training game, we don't know how far he is. If he comes back in April or something, that's a probably pretty good sign for them. As far as the Blue Jays go, my thing with them is getting rid of Bichette hurts a little bit. Now, they picked up Murakami from the Nippon League, and he's going to crush home runs, but I think he's probably going to hit about 230, 240. They picked up Dylan Cease, which I really like. Obviously, a great pitcher. So if I was betting this division, it would be Yankees, Blue Jays, 1-2, or 1 and 1A. Red Sox, Orioles, Rays would kind of have how I go. Now, if you told me, Rock, we're gonna bring you up. Just we're live, so give me a thumbs up to make sure you're not like got your dick out or something. Okay, gotcha. Or if you do, just make sure you want it out when I bring you up. All right, what's up, Rock?
Not a whole lot. Kids are exhausting.
Well,
I can
hear
tell you that.
A little bit of family drama before you came on.
Oh man, yeah. Did I ever? I don't want to bore everyone with the details, but kids can go nuts around bedtime sometimes.
So let's get into the fun stuff. Fuck the family shit. Since you're here,
what I missed.
I'm going through the divisions here and starting with the East and just kind of giving my thoughts. I said I thought the Rays would probably be last. The Orioles will probably be fourth just because I don't love their pitching, but I like them picking up Ward and Alonso. I love what the Red Sox did, but I think their bullpen's a little bit lacking, so I had them third. And then I said Toronto and New York would probably duke it out for first place here. They both have problems. I don't like that Rendon and Cole are coming back, so we don't know when they're coming back. If they both come back early, they probably win the division. If not, probably not. The Blue Jays, I said I loved Dylan Cease pickup. I didn't like losing Bichette, but the Japanese player they got is going to hit a ton of home runs. My problem is I think he's going to hit 220, but if he hits 275 with 40 dingers, they could run away with the division. So if I was betting, it would be Toronto and New York 1-2, Boston 3, Orioles 4, Tampa 5. Do you have any problems with any of that?
No, remember, I'm the layman here, to your expertise. I will say
don't know if I have expertise.
It made me feel real good because I did put, FanDuel's been giving these futures boosts.
Yeah.
And I put one on the Yankees to win the division just because.
Yeah, I think that's probably the chalk move. But again, like if Rendon
I felt like the odds were like plus, I forget what, but they weren't terrible.
Yeah, they're not. Well, I think it's any of those top 3 teams could win, and I think people really think the Orioles are going to be good. I just don't see their pitching. I mean, if your best pitcher is Trevor Rogers, man, no offense to him, but he's not an ace. So and then you got Eflin, and they picked up Bassett, who was okay last year with Toronto, but not great. So you're like, man, especially in that division where you're going to have to pitch. I don't see it. And I don't know if you were on here, but they fired my friend, Mark Shires, who was their trainer for 27 years.
Oh, fuck them forever then.
Kind of like fuck them right now. Yeah, exactly.
So
By the way,
what's up,
be
Banana
interesting.
Mac? Thanks for the shout
interesting. Okay, so let's go to the Central, and you're probably going to hate.
Most important division in baseball.
Probably going to hate me here. Obviously, the White Sox are last place here. They got a couple studs coming up. I think Teal will be okay. Obviously, everybody loves Monty. They got a couple of good draft picks, so they're rebuilding, but they'll be last. Minnesota, I kind of liked, but their pitching is a shambles now. They were getting Ober back, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's great." And if you looked at his advanced stats, he's freaking awesome. But then he showed up to spring training, and the velocity was down 3 miles an hour on his fastball. And everybody's like, no big deal. It's like he's coming back from TJ. It'll be fine. But it just never came back. So, like, I think they're kind of screwed. The Tigers are all in this year. They brought up McGonigal to start. I mean, they're opening with him, who's like probably the number 1 or 2 prospect in all of baseball. So they brought him up. They're going to roll with him. The last year was Scooble because they can't pay him $500 million.
Chase DeLauder is going to make him look like he should go back to single A ball.
Yeah, sure is. Then the Guardians, man, no offense, man, I don't understand what they're doing because, like, I know Willie Ibar for Boston, they want to get rid of him. They would probably pay 75% of his salary. They could have had Mountcastle for a bag of used balls. They could have had Austin Hayes. I mean, they could have had a million guys, and he just decided not to sign anybody. They signed Nolan Jones for $2 million. And
now,
then
can we talk about Nolan Jones for a second?
Yeah, that's your guy, by the way.
Listen, he stinks. He can't hit.
His advanced statistics are incredible, though.
His fucking exit velocity, amazing. Contact
For those
rate,
of you that don't know what we're talking about, his exit velo is like 99th percentile. Yeah, but he hits like under 200. It's just it's ridiculous.
He's got several 99th percentile advanced stats, and he flies out to right field every single at bat.
Yeah, it's like warning track power every time, but I mean, it comes off the bat.
Really that is good. when he doesn't strike out.
Right. In the 75% K rate or whatever.
So these are go ahead.
I would probably put the Guardians third, and I really like Kansas City. I did bet them to win the division. I just think Reagan's gives them a ton, and Bobby Witt Jr. might be the best player in baseball. So would it shock me if the Guardians won? No. Would it shock me if the Tigers won? No. But one of these 3 teams, Guardians, Royals, and Tigers, are going to win. And I like the Tigers pitching more than everybody else.
What was I going to say? So I have just a question about Nolan Jones, but more about, this is why I love knowing you and talking to you about baseball, because you get inside the inner workings that most casual fans don't even think about when we watch baseball. So when you said you said you were surprised because they totally outed Nolan Jones or something like that? Like they
outrighted him. Yeah.
Outrighted him. What does that mean? Outrighted.
That means they sent him to AAA without going through waivers. So he did not have a major league contract. He had a minor league contract, and they invited him to spring training. So he doesn't have to go through the waiver system. if you had a major league contract, anytime you send somebody down, they go through the waiver system if they're out of options, and any team can pick them up.
And were you saying
he was outrighted? He just
you didn't understand that because of how much money they're paying him? Is that what it is?
Yeah, they paid him $2 million when they refused to pay anybody else, and then they were like, just kidding, go to AAA. We don't even need you. Well, they gave him that $2 million, what, less than 2 months ago? So what changed?
I know, that's bizarre. You're right. Maybe they believe in him. They just feel like he needs just more work.
I guess,
a
but
little more time.
Now, here's the thing. He can refuse that assignment, but then it voids his contract. So he can say, I'm not going to AAA, but then he doesn't get his money. So what do you think he's going to do?
He's going to be like, scared to play in the majors. He's as bad as he hit last year.
Yeah, man, I'll play in AAA for $2 million. You know what I mean?
The weird thing about Nolan Jones is we drafted this guy and then realized he was no good and got rid of him.
Yes.
And then took him back.
Yeah.
That's
where'd he go? Colorado or something? Like, he couldn't even hit in Colorado. So you're like,
he had one good, he had a good I think it was one good season where it was like, okay, now he's ascending. This is what
turned it around.
This is what we saw in him the whole time. And then he just turned back to Nolan Jones. I don't know.
Yeah. So the weird thing is with that, and we talked about options before, the other guys that could play the outfield have options, which means they could send them down without the risk of losing them. But they sent him down with the risk of him saying, I don't want to play. So
he's not getting signed anywhere else. Come on.
Well, he could get a major league minimum somewhere, I think, and major league minimum is still $800,000. So he's not like he's given up all of that $2 million. So that's the thing you got to worry about. Plus, the other thing, this is something that a lot of people don't really understand. Those 4A players, what you call them, like too good for AAA, but not good enough for Major League Baseball. Those guys can go to Japan or Korea and make a shit ton of money. So, in Korea, you can only have one American-born major leaguer on your team. But if one of those teams wants you, they could give you $4 or $5 million to be their one guy over
dude.
there.
Yeah.
So I know lots of AAA guys who are in their 8th, 9th, 10th year and know they're not going to get a look in the major leagues. Just be like, screw it. I'll take $4 million and go live in Tokyo for 6 months, which sounds pretty cool to me. But
absolutely.
If you have a family, you probably don't want to do it. But to me,
if your family would move to Tokyo, like, that's not the worst place in the world to live for a year.
No,
a few years.
Especially if you're making $5 million. It probably sucks to live there making $60,000. Yeah. But or if it's the summertime, if you can take your kids with you, it'd be a great learning experience for them or something. But a lot of those 4A guys do that, which I always thought was cool as hell. Like, you basically get a 6-month travel visa and get paid to play ball over there. And, there are worse things in the world. Trust me. Let's go on to the West. Athletics, obviously rebuilding. They paid a ton of money to all their guys, which I really liked. They locked up basically everybody, from Kurtz to Butler to Soderstrom. So I think they have a bright future ahead of them. Another guy I know, Jeffrey Springs, who's from Gastonia here, plays for them, but they're just not going to be great in the ballpark they play in.
What was their record approximately last year?
Hold on, I bet I can figure it out. Let's go back right here, 2005. I think they were last, but let's check it out. The Angels were pretty.
I feel like there were some bright spots for the A's last year. Possibly.
Oh, Kurt, Soderstrom, Wilson, Butler, Rooker. They have some players. They don't have anybody that can pitch besides Springs. They were 76 and 86, so that's actually not that bad.
Yeah, right. They were predicted to be a lot worse, if I remember.
Yeah. This is the problem. The home record is 36 and 45 because they play in a bandbox, and the other team scores 10 runs a game. Look at their runs against, 817. Good Christ. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's pretty bad.
By the way, when I'm
you're only
looking
playing
down,
162.
I'm not doing the Shams thing or the Schefter thing where I'm like texting. I'm legit writing down all the notes from what you're saying.
Oh, so you can clown me at the end of the season. That's fine. That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
No, because I got to make some futures bets.
Well, don't do it based on what I tell you.
Records over here.
The Angels are
the
going to suck
FanDuel,
again. Okay, all right. The Angels are going to suck again. I mean, Kurt Suzuki is their manager. I don't know how that's going to work out. They're paying Rendon $20 million a year to sit at home. Mike Trout's older. I don't know what they're doing. The Rangers kind of scare me a little bit in this division because if they can pitch, they'll be good, but I just don't think they have quite enough. These two are obviously your studs of the division, the Mariners and the Astros. Man, this is a tough call. I like the Mariners better just because of their pitching. Houston picked up, is it Imami? I don't know how to pronounce his name, the Japanese pitcher.
I think it's Edamame. His first name's Ed.
Yeah, they picked up Soybean to lead their pitching. And obviously Hunter Brown's very good. Getting Jeremy Pena back, which they thought he was going to be lost for the first couple months of the season because he broke his pinky, but he's actually on the opening day roster. That helps them. I don't think the Mariners walk away with this division. I think it's a lot closer than what people think because Houston gets Alvarez back for the whole season. Pena's going to be healthy. They got Hunter Brown. They got the new Japanese pitcher. Altuve still Altuve. So I would not race out to bet the Mariners, especially. I think they're minus 120 last time I looked to win this division. So I don't know, man. It's going to be one of these two, but I don't know.
Basically, you're saying it's going to be one of those two, but it's going to be Houston.
If I was betting, I would bet Houston. The thing is, last year Seattle got 90 wins, and they had a perfect season. Guys didn't get hurt. The big dumper hit 60 home runs. Julio's 30-30. Like freaking everything went perfect. And they won 90 games. It's not like they won 110 or something, but I just don't think they can repeat that kind of health. And even when they did, they got 90 wins. Houston can win 90 games.
That dumper came out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. And even he said he's not hitting 60 home runs this year. Like if he hits 35, it'd still be a good season.
You know what else? It's a bad time at the bar if the big dumper comes out of nowhere.
That's true.
The toilet paper in that place is not good.
That's when you're holding your booty running to the bathroom and everybody knows exactly what's going on. Not a good look. Not a good look. So if I was betting, I would probably bet Houston, but the Mariners winning would not shock me. If the Rangers pitch, I think they'll be very good. But the whole American League to me seems kind of chalky. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I think there are clear divisions within each division. Like there are the teams that are going for it and there are teams that are not. The National League's a little bit more fun.
You seem to think the Guards have kind of not a very good chance of winning the Central, but you know who else thinks that?
Everybody.
Every single person, every single year.
Yeah. No, look, it wouldn't shock me if they won. I'm just
we somehow have the worst statistics, like maybe the 27th offense in the league.
Yeah.
And we'll either get the wild card or win the division by a game or
no, I agree. It happens all the time, but look at their differential last year. They were -6 and they won the division, which is basically unheard of.
That's because they'll pitch Slade Sassone, after he's down 6-0, they're like, all right, fuck, we're gonna lose this game. Let's just pitch him 5 more innings. Just get
exactly.
And they don't care getting crushed, because they know they have to win a bunch of 2-1 games. That's the only way.
Right.
What's up, please?
What's up with Gaddis? I think Gaddis is day to day. Is he gonna pitch? Because they wore him into the ground last year, dude.
Well, he also really wasn't as good towards the end of the season.
I mean, maybe Voit shouldn't pitch him 85 times a season either. I just throwing out ideas. I don't know. He's a manager. I'm not, but just throwing out ideas. The East, the Nationals are going to be god awful. Miles Michaelis pitched for the Cardinals last year and gave up 30 home runs in like 29 starts, 30 starts, and he's going to be their ace. So I don't know what that tells you, bud, but they are not going to be good. In fact, they might be the worst team in the league, save for the Rockies. So they're comfortably in last place. The Marlins, I like a lot of things the Marlins are doing. They got a lot of young players. I just don't think people want to play in Miami, so it's going to be hard to get free agents, kind of like the Hornets. They're going to have to build through their minor league system. And then you got the top 3 teams, Phillies, Mets, and Braves. It would not shock me any of those teams winning this division. I don't like the Mets. I think they got rid of way too much. Now, I think Senga will come back and give them some pitching. But I just think they're a mess in the clubhouse. I think they're a mess on defense. As much as I like Bo Bichette, playing him at third base is ridiculous. If you look at his advanced fielding statistics, it looks like he doesn't even bring a glove to the game. And putting him at third base with a guy that's never played first base before has, disaster written all over it.
Do the Mets lose points because they're the New York Mets?
Yes. Yeah.
Because they are the Mets. Okay.
They're pond scum, as people in Cardinals land call them, pond scum, because they are pond scum. But I mean, they got infighting between their shortstop. What's his name? Jesus Christ, your guy. I'm blanking right now.
Frankie Lindor.
Lindor and Soto are fighting about who's Hispanic enough to be the captain, and it's bad news bears all the way around.
Francisco Lindor has the smile. He is one of the greatest.
He's got a $1 jillion smile, but I don't think it's going to be fun summer.
It was kind of brought on by a $1 jillion contract.
Well, that's true. When you get half a bill or so, you can get a good smile. I'm not going to lie.
At the end of the day, I love Francisco Lindor. I love him.
Yeah, he's great, but
he's not as good as he was. But
I don't think it's going to be fun clubhouse to be in. Let's just put it that way. The Braves go as Acuna goes. I really like Acuna. He played winter ball, which I thought was awesome. But this is also the guy that's coming off 2 ACL injuries, or an ACL and a UCL injury in the last 3 years. Man, I don't know. If he can play and be an MVP, they win this division by 5 games. But they got rid of their manager. They got Walt Weiss now. I liked Brian Snitker. I don't know. I think the Phillies are the class of this division.
You got Walter White.
Walter White's making meth and
they are going to be cooking up meth in the dugout. They ain't losing.
Yeah. He's got the blue crystal in there, and that reminds me when guys used to take greenies. Man, greenies are basically speed that the guys from Latin America would bring in these huge bottles, and
bowls in the clubhouse as big as full of them.
Yeah, or again, they would put it in the coffee. They'd have one coffee that was no greenies in it and one that had greenies in it. You would just drink a cup of coffee and
fuck a decaf. You don't need a
exactly. So, and you'd have no bullshit. You'd have pitchers getting mad at guys that wouldn't take greenies. Like, you're going out there and you're not beamed up. You don't want to play from. It was crazy.
I was like, look, I haven't slept in 3 weeks. I need.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, look, it's a 162 game season, man. You got to do something to get up for some of those August games.
No, right.
It takes a while. I think the Phillies are the class of this division. They have the best pitching, the best hitting, the best bullpen. It would not shock me if they walked away with it. Do you have any thoughts on the East?
I was going to say, for what it's worth, I'm putting my money on the Phillies.
I just don't see how.
If you want to change your opinion based on what I'm going to do, that's fine.
No, I think they have. I think they have the best of everything. I mean, just between Turner, Harper, and Schwarzer,
I think it's a walk.
Yeah, I don't see. And then they have Luzardo. They have the pitching, they have the defense, they have speed, they have home runs. They play in a great ballpark. Team seems to like each other. I think that's an easy one. The Central's a little bit more fun for me. The Cardinals, who are my favorite team, are going to be god awful, so that's not fun. But they are going to be bad. They traded every good player, and they're paying them still to play for other teams. So that's not going to be fun. Man, I could see the Pirates making the playoffs. They went all in here. They got Connor Griffin, who did not make the team, but is the number one prospect in baseball. Skeens is obviously awesome. They get Keller back, Ashcroft, so they could have a good 1-2-3 pitching. They invested a little bit in offense. If O'Neal Cruz can play the way he should, Reynolds, they got O'Hearn now. I think they're probably third and could sneak into a wild card. The Reds are probably fourth. They got into the wild card last year, but I think losing Hunter Green for most of the season, who was their stud, probably hurts a lot. And as much as it pains me to say, I think the Cubs probably walk away with this thing this year. Brewers lost Peralta. They didn't do much in terms of gaining players, and the Cubs basically switched out a hurt Tucker for Bregman. So, man, I think it's probably Cubs, Brewers, Pirates, Reds, Cardinals would be my guess there. You have any thoughts on any of those teams?
Well, fuck the Cubs, because I always hated the Cubs growing up. And then
who doesn't hate the Cubs?
Well, aside, when I was a kid, there was a lot of Cubs fans for some reason always.
Dude, there are Cubs fans everywhere, and I don't get it because they fucking suck.
Exactly. And so I don't like the Cubs. And then they beat the Guardians in the friggin' World Series.
Yeah, well, because of a rain delay. Fuck that
bullshit ass rain delay. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
But I don't, unless I would love it if the Pirates won the division somehow, but this is probably not going to happen. It could happen. Anything could happen.
As well as I do, baseball is totally random. So some team is going to come out of nowhere and make the playoffs. It happens every year. And
the Guardians every year.
That's true too. But I mean, one of these teams that we're saying is dog shit are going to have a good season.
The A's.
Maybe. I just don't think they have the pitching. One of the cool sayings in baseball is there's 162 games. Every team's going to win 54. Every team's going to lose 54. It's the 54 in the middle that matter. You can get lucky 54 times. Like, the worst team in the league going to win 54 games. The best team in the league's going to go home pissed off 54 times at least. And just, getting lucky is not that hard sometimes. And, especially in baseball.
Sometimes getting lucky is just avoiding injuries.
That's very true. Yes. Yeah. Because each one of these teams are one injury away from not being very good. Besides the Dodgers.
Acuna could make or break the Braves' whole season.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Important
if he plays 154 games and, he's a 40-40 guy again, they probably walk that division. But the knee scares me, man, or else I would like the Braves a lot. Although Chris Sale's 37 now. And I mean, I don't know. The West is an interesting division too. The Rockies are the worst team in baseball. As you can see, they won 43 games last year, which is just horrendous. I mean, look at this run differential. Minus 424. They lost every game by, it's got to be close, because they lost every game by an average of 3 runs, which in baseball is kind of an ass kicking. So it's not even lost every game by
3 runs. It was in every game they won and lost.
Down
3 runs.
Yeah, every game when they step up to the plate in the first inning, they're down 3 runs, basically.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry for Rockies fans. I don't know what they have to look for. I mean, they got a new general manager, which is cool, and
they get the Nuggets and the Broncos to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. The Nuggets are going to be good, so that's pretty cool. The temperature is probably not too high when you go to the ball games. That's probably cool.
But the fans are.
Yeah. Well,
it's legal there. That's what I'm saying.
And it's supposed to have the good stuff out there too, not even just the, you know what I mean? They got the good stuff. Arizona, I mean, they really need Corbin Burns back, and who knows what Carroll's gonna do. So I'd probably put them fourth. But again, this is a team that 2 years ago went to the World Series with basically the same team, right? So who knows? The Giants, I think, are pretty good, but they're getting smoked right now. And if Logan Webb is this version of Logan Webb, it's not going to be very good. The Padres, man, who knows what the Padres will do? Just because, I mean, their general manager is addicted to trades. I think they made like 86 trades over the last 4 years. It's insane.
The Guardians trade with the Padres all the time, and it's been like that even before that guy got on.
Yeah. For some reason, they have a hotline. It's like the Braves and Blue Jays. Like I know the Braves and Blue Jays have traded players back and forth at least 3 times before.
And we whipped their ass in these trades every time, and they continue to just trade with us.
I don't know what it is.
They won the Brian Giles trade maybe a long time ago, or I don't even know if we traded him.
Definitely, yeah.
Maybe
that
was the only one, but then they just keep coming back and try to recreate the magic.
So, and the Dodgers are the class of the division. I mean, they have 4 future Hall of Famers. They have the best pitching staff in the world. They have more depth.
His last spring training outing.
Jesus Christ, he's fucking incredible.
He could be the first Cy Young Triple Crown winner.
I don't think they would let him pitch that much, to be honest with you. But yeah, he legitimately could be. And the thing I think people have to understand about the Dodgers is not just that they have the best players, they have the most depth too. And baseball season is basically a season of attrition because people are going to get hurt, people are going to get injured, people are going to get tired. Like they could go to a 6-man rotation to make sure their pitchers only start 25 games this season. Like that's just so incredibly advantageous. It's ridiculous. You know, most teams can't find 5 starting pitchers, and the Dodgers are like, we got 8, so maybe we just let them pitch once every 8 days or something. Like it's just insanity how deep they are, and they probably still have one of the best minor league systems of any team there is. So like if they want to go make it a trade, they can trade for anybody they want. Think of it in the NBA. They're the freaking Thunder is what they are. Like Thunder. The Thunder could just go pick up anybody they wanted, right? They have so many draft picks and they're the best team. That's what the Dodgers are, man. So I would never bet against them. I don't think. Oh, PJ's right. Colorado does have the Avalanche too. You're right. That's right. They do have the Avs.
Yes, they do.
In fact,
are they good this year, PJ?
Yeah, I want to know that too because the kids right down the street from me, every day when I'm coming home, they're out there playing street hockey in their Avs jerseys. So if they're doing bad, I want to go fuck the Avs. You know,
the Avs have always been the Avs are. I feel like are a pretty popular team nationwide or league wide, I should say. Like when I was a kid, I rooted for the Avs. You know, they would
because they had Patrick Waugh. Or
Patrick Waugh, and they had that one dude who was just he was a big dude.
Oh, who was there? Where's Carpig? They had a really good defenseman too, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, damn, I can't. I'm old and I can't remember stuff. So,
and it's like they would challenge some of the older guard a lot. You know, like the
yeah.
Like Detroit.
What is it? What is the core hockey teams called? Like Detroit and Philadelphia. It's like the starting 6. I'm brutalizing this, but it's like awesome. The original 8. By the way, the original whatever.
The stream. If we ever did a stream of you and I doing all NHL talk, you could turn it into a comedy routine of just like 2 guys that don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and just brutalizing guys' names and shit. Like that one guy, Oskalaski or whatever. It reminds me of the skit on Saturday Night Live with Chance the Rapper. I don't know if you've ever seen that one, where he's the Knicks reporter, but I guess like the hockey reporter for the day. His wife just had a baby, so he's down there and he goes, "You know what they say in hockey? Let's do that hockey." And then they'll like interview guys, and he's like, "Coach said we're icing so much we could open a bakery. You know what I'm saying? And he goes, I do not. No. So it's if you haven't seen it, go look it up on YouTube. Chance the Rapper, hockey reporter. It's great.
I'm a fan of just about every sport. So I like to think I can talk casually about hockey. I mean, we're pulling out names like Patrick Waugh and that one guy that we can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Claude Lemieux.
Where is it? Peter Bork? Something Bork? Ray Bork? No, he plays for
he was
the Bruins.
Old. Yeah, he's a goalie, right?
Fuck, man. Look, if you ask me about the Hurricanes, I would know some players.
I feel like Claude Lemieux was a defensive type of big badass guy for.
Hold on.
I gotta look it up
now we're gonna have to look shit up because we can't look like idiots in front of PJ here. Anything else excites you about the season?
Well, yeah. I think the most exciting thing about the season is the challenges to pitches.
Oh, yeah. The ABS system. Yeah.
Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, Patrick Waugh, McKinnon. But I swear that who was the big dude? Yeah, Claude Lemieux.
Claude Lemieux. There we go. Yeah, you were right.
And it was Ray Bork. You were right about Ray Bork.
It was Ray Bork. All right, look at me. Look at fucking hockey knowledge guy right here.
Here's where you have to declare.
Okay.
Was he or was he not a goalie?
He was not a goalie.
I'm looking it up right now. Oh, you're right. He was a defenseman.
Oh, I'm counting that as 2 right for me, baby.
He was in Boston for a long time.
What did I say? I even said Boston. That's 3 right. Man,
I thought I said Boston.
No, we'll go back and look at the tape, buddy.
Adam Foote, that was another dude.
Man.
Yeah, Peter Forsberg. That was the dude that I remember that I really liked.
Forsberg, yeah. This is like the Spittin' Chicklets podcast here. We know so much about hockey.
I think Joe Sakic was Sakic? I think it's Sakic. Was the best best.
Bob Saget was the guy on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, and the funny thing about Bob Saget is America's Funniest Home Videos compared to his stand-up comedy.
Oh, dude,
are polar opposite things.
His stand-up is hilarious, man. Yeah, his stand-up is crazy. And even when he was like on Entourage and stuff, just getting hookers and doing blow and stuff, and everybody's like, what? Yeah. It's great. Talk about the ABS system. I thought it's a little bit weird because those guys had to go get measured, right? Because each ABS for each player has to be a little bit different. So we're gonna know what these guys' real height is pretty soon, I think, versus like basketball players who say they're 6'10" or whatever.
So this year, when you're watching on TV, like when Aaron Judge goes up there, will the zone be way bigger than like if Altuve goes up there?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. Yeah. I think it's just for the ABS system.
What are the nitty-gritty rules?
Get 2 challenges. It can be initiated by the pitcher, the catcher, or the batter. And that's it. It's just
2 challenges a game.
2 challenges a game. Yep.
Nothing extra if you get it right.
Nope. So I think the problem is going to be it's just like guys wanting reviews in basketball. They're all every player, when there's a foul called on them, they try to get the review going. So I think the challenge is going to be like, look, guys, don't use those freaking challenges.
My favorite was an anonymous coach who admitted, I like it when we use all our challenges in like the first quarter or first half because then I don't have to worry about the players arguing to challenge every single call.
Yes. Yeah, just use them right away so I don't have to hear those guys bitch like we used it already or whatever.
The Cavs were like a 10.5-point favorite tonight, and they just got stomped by the Heat.
I know, because the Hornets needed the Heat to lose, and you guys did not help us at all.
And this was a day after they got called up by their coach for defense.
What did the score end up being? I know they were getting smoked for a minute.
120 to 103. The Cavs came back and tied it at one point, and then they just got blown out again. They lost by 17, 120-103.
Come on, man. Do us a favor one time. Fuck, the Hawks won too.
Cavs look bad heading into the playoffs.
Hold on. Hold on. Rams Puka Nacua sued over alleged anti-Semitic remark, bite. A woman in Los Angeles has filed a civil lawsuit against Puka Nacua, alleging the Rams wide receiver made an unprovoked anti-Semitic statement and then later bit her on the shoulder.
What the hell? Sounds interesting. It sounds like he definitely didn't just like call her the name and then say, I'm going to bite her. Like something. Yeah. But also Puka Nacua is a little off, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah. Forcibly bit her on the left shoulder, leaving a circular imprint of his teeth on her body.
God.
What
the hell?
This is all alleged, by the way. Alleged.
Who's reporting this?
This is on ESPN.
Oh, whoa.
It's not like the Joe Rogan podcast. House of News or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this isn't great. His lawyer, Puka's lawyer, described it as, quote, horseplay to the Los Angeles Times.
Oh, yeah, I bite people all the time when I'm just kind of messing around.
Yeah, like ever get with one of your buddies and you're like wrestling or something, just fucking around, and then you bite them on the shoulder?
Playing little hoops at the gym, and then you just like fucking bite them. Sorry, leave an imprint.
Yeah, you just do a Mike Tyson and take their ear off or something.
Completely normal.
Completely normal.
Yeah, of course. Call him a slur first, please.
Yeah, right. Bleezy's leaving out the key part here. It's not just biting them; it's calling them slur and then biting them. Right?
The religious xenophobic thing part of it.
Yeah, he's right.
This isn't the first time for people with this type of.
We're leaving out the worst part here. The assault of the biting is not the worst part. It's the other part that we just kind of looked over, you know.
Yeah. A little slur and bite before friends.
Yeah. Like I know I have my friends over and they call me all kind of bad German names and then bite me and then we have
Kelly and I probably do that to each other like 3 or 4 times a week, just as a surprise, like right before we fall asleep before bed.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll make up something about her heritage and then just bite her.
She's like, love you, Dago, and then bites me as hard as she can, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I'm going.
All my friends call me a kraut all the time, so it's that. But just right before they bite me, if they do it and don't bite me, it's a problem. But
or if they bite you and they don't do the slur, that's disappointing.
Yeah, you're like, hey, where's my slur, big guy?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thought we were friends.
Guess not. I don't know. Shit. I'm trying to think of what else I'm excited about for baseball. I am excited on Netflix. This Netflix thing looks pretty good. I like Matt Vasgersian, so that's pretty cool. I wish the game was a little bit better, but
if you had to give maybe 2 or 3 best bets as far as futures, what do you like?
Well, I gave you one of them. I liked Yankees win the East, Mariners win the West, and Royals win the Central, and I think that's plus 1,600. I bet that one. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's definitely.
Who wins the Central?
The Royals. That's plus 1,600, which sounds freaking crazy to me that you could get 1,600 on that. Like I think that's more of a 1 in 4.
The weak link there.
Maybe, but if you want to move it out and take Houston, it just goes up from there because Seattle's the chalk there. So if you like Houston, make it. In fact, I might even look at that right now.
I was going to say, I felt like in your breakdown in my notes here just now, I feel like you gave a little bit of an edge to Houston.
I did, but because
of the perfect. Remember, it was the perfect season for Seattle last year. Everything went right.
Trying to go chalk and then add the Royals in there. So let me see, what can we get it for here? On
the Novig, obviously, right?
Yeah, of course on Novig. That's what we use. What I don't know what some of these lines are here. I would bet JJ Weatherholt as rookie of the year. He's got, I mean, he's freaking incredible. And I don't know if Stewart will have even close to the batting average that he needs. And I don't think Connor Griffin will be up early enough to do that. So JJ Weatherholt, I think, is probably, hold on. I don't know what he is. Let me do this one for. Oh, here we go.
Houston Yanks KC.
Yeah, Weatherholt's plus 550. So that
it's
would
what?
be Weatherholt is plus 550 to win Rookie of the Year.
That's nice. I thought you were. Never mind. I thought you were saying that with the parlay.
No. Let me. I was happened to be on that page. So, all right, Yankees, Royals, Astros is plus 3121.
Wow.
Yeah. So, $10 wins you $312. So that's.
I can't wait to put them both in and then have it crush because the Guardians win the Central.
Well, you'd be happy with that. You would be happy with that.
I would. I don't like.
Let me see what else I like. I mean, if you want to just make money, bet Shohei as the MVP and just wait 6 months to get your money. He's minus 140.
Oh, see, I don't like a minus bet for any MVP just because of injuries or like narratives as well.
Yeah, I mean, you could go Hosey plus 1,600.
He's never gonna win it. Gosh darn it!
I mean, Bobby Witt could win American League. He's plus 450. I mean,
yeah,
Bobby
I like that bet.
Freaking incredible. The National League, the problem is if Shohei stays healthy, he's going to win. So you can't bet any of these.
What's Chase DeLauder Rookie of the Year?
Let me see. That might actually not be a bad bet, by the way.
I know. He's been crushing spring training. I know it's not real, but.
Yeah. You know what you do with spring training statistics is you get a printer. You print them all out so you can highlight them and everything. Like spring training statistics don't count.
Right. It's the same with preseason in the NFL.
See. American League Rookie of the Year. Yeah, exactly. Oh, DeLauder's pretty high. Hold on. Plus 1,300.
Wow. I'm not sure that's worth
it. Do we sprinkle a little bit on that?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I mean.
His wrist could fall apart on any single swing. But if it doesn't, I mean, the guy can hit.
Well, McGonigal's obviously the clear favorite because he's starting. He's a great prospect. He plays for Detroit. But even he's plus 400, so it's not like there's a runaway favorite here. Okamoto, the guy for Toronto that I was talking about earlier, is plus 450. Carter Jensen for the Rangers is 600. Murakami, the other Japanese import for the White Sox, is 950. Samuel Basayo, who is excellent, who plays for the Orioles, is plus 1,100. Trey Savage, who we saw last year in the World Series, is plus 1,300.
He looks savage.
And then DeLauder is 1,300. So Travis Bazana is plus 2,700 if you want to go crazy.
Well, did he make the team?
No, he did not.
Yeah.
No. How much do you wish that they had taken Kurtz instead of Bazana in that draft?
Well, that still remains to be seen.
Oh, does it though? I mean,
time. Bazana should.
I
don't think they brought Kurtz up a little early? Maybe
Yeah, I actually do, but he still hit 40 fucking home runs. So, I don't give a fuck if they brought him up early or not.
It just give the pitchers a chance to figure this dude out. He's no experience with this guy.
Well, that's true too. That is one thing You bring up a really good point there, because once these pitchers start to figure out where the holes are, it gets a lot harder.
Mhm.
So you see it all the time where players have, like Jeff Francoeur, I remember in the early 2000s, had like the greatest start to his career. And then everybody figured out if you threw him a breaking ball inside, he couldn't hit it. So like they just got to figure out that one flaw. And if you can't make up for it, you're just not going to be very good. So yeah, they have time to figure him out. I just think he's probably pretty good. And Bazana has been great. He's just been hurt too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So who knows what happens with them? Who's pitching for Cleveland that I don't know about, that's going to be one of these guys that comes out of nowhere, because they always have like 2 or 3 guys on the pitching staff that nobody's heard of that turn into like Cy Young candidates all of a sudden.
Hang on. The one dude, Messick.
Okay.
Looks like he would be could be a really, really good pitcher. Hang on, I'm looking here. I gotta hold. I feel like Gavin Williams could be like a Cy Young winner this year.
Yeah, Gavin was good last year, and I picked him up in some best ball teams. I was looking at his baseball savant earlier too, and I mean, that's a sneaky Cy Young if you want to go way off the board. Let me pull up his savant.
Yeah, Parker Messick. He was our 5th top prospect in the minors.
Okay.
They really like Sobrowski. We still got Cade Smith, who, you know, this dude just throws fastballs. I don't know how long you can do that. And there's Slade Sassone.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at his stuff, you're like, you know, but then it's like, you look at his numbers in these games and he's pitching really well.
So looking at Gavin Williams' baseball savant, it's not great. He's really good at breaking balls. He's got a great fastball velo. His exit velocity is not great. His whiff percentage is not great. He doesn't strike anybody out, huh?
Gavin Williams?
Oh man, I guess he does okay, but yeah, not incredible. Although last year he was 3.06 ERA, 31 starts.
Right.
That's
and the second half
good.
Just the reason I say it is the second half of last year. If you could isolate that, I don't know but the numbers are a lot better. Because he's been coming back from injury, like, you know, he had an injury like 2.5, 3 years earlier. But, you know, sometimes it takes a while to get back from that because he was so young when he got the injury.
Yeah. Oh, man. His breaking ball expected run average on his breaking ball is in the 99th percentile, which means guys cannot hit his breaking ball.
That was, like I said,
and he also has really good extension. He's in the 99th percentile in extension too, which is really important. Basically, you release the ball closer to the hitter. You know, it's that. If you can,
he's a big dude. They call it
8 inches. Yeah,
his nickname's the Big Rig.
The Big Rig. Mm-hmm. Now, would you rather be called the Big Rig or the Big Unit?
You know, the Big Rig is a cooler name. It just is. I know.
Yeah, I mean, I think unit kind of points to your junk a little bit more, right?
Right. And I don't need to.
So like, I'm the big unit. Yeah, you don't want to overpromise.
Here's why. I'm not trying to come at people cock first in life.
Right. Yeah. You know, now, what if you're cock sure?
But that's not the way I approach people. Cock first.
Yeah, I got you. So Big Rig instead of Big. I get you. I think you're probably right. Yeah, I get it. So this is a basketball stream, so I think we need to talk about how excellent the Hornets are in everything, because they are freaking incredible, and I really hope they make the playoffs so we can have a party and I can sell my playoff tickets.
They destroyed the Kings last night. I mean,
destroyed the Kings.
Destroyed the Kings. Like, I know the Kings are bad, but that was like first round.
Well, to be fair to them, they had a million players out. I mean, they didn't play most of their quote unquote good players, but
if that was the Cavs, The Cavs would have won the game by 7 points and would have led for 56% of the game. Like when the Cavs are faced with that situation, they're like the cool kids in school. They're like, yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah. Well, you knew the game was over when like LaMelo and Con Knipple played like 20 minutes, and the coach is like, fuck it.
I know, and I hate that.
Sit down.
I hate that because it keeps happening because they're crushing everybody. And Cooper Flagg's putting up these 30-point games, and I need Con to win that Rookie of the Year.
Oh, he's gonna win it, dude. Come on, man.
I mean, you never know. You never know with these awards.
He's gonna win.
They haven't
MVP.
voted yet. They haven't voted yet.
Not MVP.
Roy,
all right, I do want to show something really cool here. Let me see if I can bring this up. This is on Twitter. I hope we don't get in trouble for this. Can we show Twitter pages?
Can now.
I think we can, right?
It's public domain,
if we get
right?
in trouble, my
public
bad.
domain type deal.
Yeah. Okay. So this is why it's incredibly hard to hit in baseball. This is Paul Skeens, and this is overlaying 5 different pitches. Okay. I want you to pay attention on how repeatable his windup is, because this looks like one image. It's actually 5 images for each pitch. So here we go. We'll play it a little bit. Okay, and then it'll stop. That's the full run, but it'll stop right here where all the balls are in the same area, right? This is 5 different images of him, and they're exactly the same. I will say, I guess it's 4. Maybe it's 4.
I don't know if it was probably just my feed, but that was a little glitchy when he was throwing the pitches.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
But it's hard to. The concept is obviously clear as day. The concept's clear as day.
So you can see where all the balls are kind of in the same area, right? Right now. Okay, so then we'll play it the rest of the way, and look where they end up. All right, we'll play it again full speed. But one ends up here 2 feet outside the zone. One ends up top here. One ends up inside, and one ends up 2 feet below the strike zone.
Well, that's crazy because they're all on the out. They all look like they're going to hit the outside corner, and then only one of them's a strike. And it's the 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, which is impossible. That's the other thing. These are all going at different speeds. The one up top is 100 miles an hour. The one down here is 85. The one down here is 95. Like, it's how could you possibly hit that?
I just want the Pirates. I want the Pirates to be good this year.
You have no idea what's coming, man. And
especially since the one.
Also, this difference.
Like, as a major league hitter, you're down into the fastball first. And the fastball is not only the only strike, but it's also almost completely unhittable. I mean, unless you're going to slap at it and get it out to the right field, or you're Aaron Judge, you can just try to lift it, you know?
Yeah. No, that pitch is impossible to hit.
So then if you're looking for that, then the other 3 pitches then become impossible as well. Like if
this distance from the top to bottom here is 4 feet. It's not 4 inches. Like if you swing at that fastball, think it's a fastball and it's a curveball and you miss it by 4 feet, everybody's going, why the fuck did you swing at that, idiot? And you're like, dude, because it's hard. Like, I'm sorry. I don't
100 miles an hour, and it looked exactly the same until the last 800th of a second.
Right. Yeah. It's insanity. So I'm happy for opening day. Are you excited about it, even though your team plays out west?
Well, the thing is, the Guards, they started doing this a while ago. They always play out west for the first week or so because they want to avoid a snow game in Cleveland, which we've had.
But can't they play a day game
in Cleveland?
No, why can't they play a day game out west?
It would be nice if they would play one. It would be nice because every year, if I want to watch the Guardians' first couple series, I'm staying up past midnight. I mean, 12:30, 1 o'clock.
And no kid can do that, right? Like, I mean, Your
My
kids
kids can't
couldn't
even
stay up
start. It
until
doesn't start till 10:30.
Yeah, I think it's a tragedy. I think every opening day should be day games. To me, that was the best day of the year. My parents would let me skip school every opening day, and you go home, and the game starts at 1, and you can tell your dad about it when he gets home, and like to me, that was just the best. But can you imagine being like 14-year-old Rock, and your dad's like, "Hey, bud, Guardians open today, but they're playing at 10:30, so you can read about it on the internet when you wake up tomorrow."
Now,
Like,
I will say in Cleveland, the home opener is a big deal, and the home opener is almost always a day game.
yeah,
Actually,
but
I don't want to say almost. I think it's always a day game.
I think it's always a day game too.
Yeah.
But I just think it's a tragedy when they're
Right, like why can't Seattle's home opener be a day game?
I don't know why all of them can't be day games. One game, it's opening day. It's like I don't know. It's a to me it's a bigger deal than
how are they going to make money after 4:00 then or 6:00? Like
I guess
after 8:00, I should say.
It's not a tragedy if you have one day of just day games, man. You're going to be okay. You're Major League Baseball. Your game's on like 80 different streaming platforms now. So
it's another like Major League Sports league that simply doesn't understand that you're turning off fans with the little simple, like you're making this little extra money, but you're just turning off.
Yeah.
You're not recruiting fans. Like you have to constantly inspire the young kids.
Yeah.
It's like someone that lives in Charlotte that has YouTube television and they can't watch the Hornets.
Right. Exactly. How are you going to get more fans?
Kids' fucking favorite team is the Thunder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
watch them every night with League Pass if you want.
But like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because we grew up in a generation where, I mean, we lived in cities where all the home games were on regular TV. Like,
right.
I could watch the Cardinals on
free
regular TV for free. You could watch the Guardians or the Indians back then on regular TV, and your parents would be happy to let you watch it, and they didn't have to pay anything. And
you could not watch the home football games unless it was a sellout. But the Browns sold out every game forever, so it didn't. That was never an issue.
But like, I just and now I don't. Luckily, I have T-Mobile, so I don't have to go through this bullshit. But now, if you buy the MLB package, you still have to have ESPN Unlimited, and then to be able to watch it. And then ESPN was like, well, no, you just have to sign up for it, and you can cancel it within the free trial period. So what they want is just people to sign up for it and forget to cancel it and pay $30 a month.
I refuse to sign up for that all-encompassing ESPN app because I just feel like it's not going to be. I like ESPN Plus, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, I like my TV system now, and it comes with it. But like, I would refuse. And me, I'm the biggest baseball fan there is, but I'm not paying for an extra $30 a month for some stupid ESPN bullshit just so I can watch baseball. Like, I don't know. All right, there is one thing I really do want to talk about before we get out of here, and we've been going for a pretty good while. But
yeah,
I want to know what your thoughts are on the NBA expansion, 1, and then 2, why is Las Vegas a given? Because I think it's absolutely dumb that they're going to Vegas. I don't want to color your thoughts, but just give me those before we get out of here.
Well, my thoughts on expansion are, and I've been clear about this already, there's not enough talent in the world to make this a competitive league with even more teams. They can't even do it right now. We already have a third of the league tanking.
Right.
Because they're just not good enough, and they have no hope for getting better. And now you're going to add more teams and just dilute the talent even more. Well, that's just going to make teams with the superstars that much better.
Yep.
And it's going to just, I don't know. I don't feel the need to do it. Now, the reason why they have to go to Las Vegas is, well, LeBron, I think, has a little seed money in there. And
although he said he didn't want it. I don't know if that's just posturing or whatever, but
they shouldn't do it. But Las Vegas, there is enough people that live in Las Vegas to support a team. Now there didn't used to be.
But I looked it up today. I went to high school in Greenville, Spartanburg, South Carolina. That's a bigger TV market than Las Vegas. And Las Vegas already has 4 professional sports teams. They have the Aces, they have the Athletics coming, they have
Raiders.
The Raiders. So like they're gonna have 5 professional sports teams there.
Well,
and they're the 32nd biggest TV market, and it's a dying city. I mean, you went to Vegas for Super Bowl. Was that place thriving?
No, not for Super Bowl, for week 1. The
for
Vegas
week
Strip,
1. Sorry, week 1.
The Vegas Strip's really, really hurting. It really is. And Vegas is running out of water, like long term.
Yes.
But not that long term.
Yeah, like medium term. Yeah, medium term.
They're pricing out anyone who is like a normal person. But I don't know. But I also went to downtown Vegas, and it was like, oh man, that was the first time I went there, to Fremont Street. It was
really, with the Fremont Street experience with the I love that place.
It's awesome. Yeah. So that's still thriving out there, but everything is just
because everything's cheap down there. You can get a steak dinner for $2.
It's not even, but the shit down there is not even like that cheap, like it was.
Yeah.
You used to be able to get. You used to be able to get a like $3.99 steak.
I ate it a million times.
Flamingo. Yeah.
Or the Flamingo Binions was, I think it was $2 for a steak, a potato, and a salad. And then if you wanted to drink other than water, you had to pay for it. And yeah, it was crazy. But the Fremont Street experience is what really brought that, with the lights overhead and stuff. I remember when they built that. All right. I know you want to take off. 2 questions.
Yeah.
Is this basketball team better in Nashville, St. Louis, Pittsburgh? Is any of those 3 better than Vegas?
Man, Pittsburgh's just not that big, but they have rabid fans for their other teams. I would say St. Louis could probably support one. No,
I would think so too. Yeah, all they have is hockey and baseball.
Right.
Yeah,
they lost the Rams.
And I think Nashville is probably a good place too, although baseball is going to end up going there. So maybe that's not the best idea. So last question, if it's not Vegas, where would you put the other expansion team? Because I think Seattle's needs a team. They've needed one forever. They were a great NBA city. But if you had to say not Vegas, X.
I'd give it back to Vancouver.
Would you? Yeah. Okay.
Or Mexico City.
Vancouver or Mexico City. I don't think they want to do international, but it would certainly get a lot of pub, and they're the first major franchise to go Mexico. Maybe. All right. Hey, Rock, I know I kept you long and you got a thing tomorrow. So thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll do it again sometime.
I got a full page of notes now.
Yeah. And when all of them fail, you can mock me like you did with Chase DeLauder when I said he wasn't making the team.
Didn't even mock you.
You should have mocked me.
All I said was, nah, I told you so.
Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you, Rock, man. Be good. Be safe tomorrow, and we'll see you next time.
All right, later.
Peace, guys.